Yo, what's going on with it once again? People, humanity, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls, and of course, otakus and kikomoris. This is Mr. Nintendo Sony Free 2011, aka Mania Wolverine. Of course, you guys interested in interest and non-interest towards this channel. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram if any people want to. Keep me up to date with other stuff beyond like video games and anime that I talk about. Mainly, I just follow a lot of shit about me, like cosplayer girls, or maybe like life about how-to videos on how to like make sushi stuff, or like Japanese or Filipino food, stuff of that nature. Stuff I usually never talk about at all on my channel. But anyways, you're gonna be seeing me do this most of the time because it is extremely fucking windy out here. I really don't want to lose my hat because I had this thing for almost 11 freaking years. I think since 2009, I think early 2010. Like one of the first things I ever bought with my own hard paying money way back in the day. I was still working this really shitty grocery food store, like minimum wage job at the time. About 2 years before I started working at this hotel casino place. Since then, I never left it. Got way too comfortable out there at that time. But anyways, my friends, I've got a little bit of Game of Thrones news, which is something I never thought I'd ever, in a billion years, ever talk about on this channel. But it does have some video game related articles to it, so fear not, my friends. It is still video game. So there's this, but before I get to this, the Game of Thrones news about the Game of Thrones author working on a new game with Dark Souls developer. I never really got into Dark Souls or Bloodborne because I know it's going to sound real generic and very, very, very complaining and very, very argumentative per se, but it's too much of a hard-ass game to beat. I'm sorry. Also, I never really got into the original ones. This is way back at SNES, but also a whole different title at that time in the early mid-90s. Which I had no idea that was even a thing. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin with this right here. This one I'm not going to read right now. It's from MPS1 News. You guys can read that one on your own. The main meat and potatoes I'm going to talk about is this right here. This is over a week old because it's almost Wednesday, maybe Friday by the time you guys see this video. Or it might be today. Who knows? On Tuesday afternoon. Who knows? So from opticcrypto.com. I never heard of this site before. I'm not sure who the author was for this because it didn't say who the author's name was. Maybe they did and I just didn't read it. Published by David. So shout out to David that made this article. This is over a week old, so I know you guys probably know about this shit by now. And I know it was April Fool's the other day. I just didn't feel like doing any videos at that time because it was just way too freaking like clickbaity of a day. I mean, there's clickbait on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and other places like Snapchat, etc. all the time. But on April 1st, those are the most fakest jokes people make on the internet. And they try to make it into a real thing. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to quit our YouTube channel. April Fools. We're going to like do this prank on that person. April Fools, you know. Thank God that fucking day is over. Even Nintendo of America themselves, even Sega over there, both of those video game companies, they got into the April Fool's jokes. And they said, we're going to have a Sonic Battle Royale game next year. April Fools. That one was funny. I like that. And the Chow Garden one. That one was really cool. Oh, same with this other one, Nintendo of America says, we're doing a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Direct. New DLC character confirmed. April Fools. And they put some like little like, maybe they showed Tingle from the Legend of Zelda series dancing to this weird ass fucking lo-fi mumble rap. I like that shit. Well done, Nintendo of America. Well fucking done. Anyways, so it says one patent from Sony has already points to the biggest controller function of the future of PS5, that DualShocker 5, that is the DualShocker 5. Now there is even a report that network leaks, which are meant to show the pad, which is exactly what this features. Is the PlayStation 5 controller? Who knows? Question mark, question mark, question mark. I already know it's fake. I'm not falling for it at all. There's no way this shit is real. You believe it's real, more power to you, but for me, myself personally, it has to be fake. So let's move on. So it says an alleged image the controller has apparently appeared on the network with which will be delivered within the PS5 in the future. The Twitter user speculation about this after the release of the tweet of the video game blogger says Ray Sekiro. The image above in the article shows a controller which indicates that it will be used into the future PlayStation, especially through the PlayStation buttons. The content delayed on the touchscreen. Sony has yet to announce that a PS5, but it will have definitely arrived. Fans wondering about what the new PS5 will offer in the future is a compatible download, or excuse me, it is compatible downwards. That doesn't make sense, whatever though. Is there no unit left? Click to see our rumors here. However, the sources of this image is not clear, and the console that has not yet been officially announced. It can only be assumed that this is a false image. 110% I'm going to save money down. This is 100% fake. I don't believe this shit at all. And I just say my Twitter and Instagram like a couple days ago about this. I was convinced that this might be real, but knowing that a week at the time when April Fool's was only a couple days away, this had to be a fake bullshit leak. There's no way in hell that Sony would be that stupid enough to have one of their company employees leak this shit out. There's no fucking way. They will lose their job indefinitely and be terminated from that company and be exempted forever working at Sony again if that were to happen for them. So let's move on. It's pretty sure that it's not a DualShock 5 controller. Colleagues in the game magazine Push Square see it the same way. And it goes on to say patent PS5 or PS5. PS5, howdy y'all. I sound like some southern redneck. Anyways, PS5 patent, that's what I meant to say, with the references to the controller features. But the speculation about this are comprehensive to the extent of a possible controller feature for previous screens. Sony Interactive Entertainment America, aka SEC, has filed a patent with the U.S. Patent Office for a wireless controller for the video game console that deals with this touchscreen. It is officially Sony's entry, but that doesn't mean that this is the concept will be implemented, and even the connection to the PS5 remains speculative. One will have to wait for an announcement for the company to be absolutely certain. Another patent also signals a long-awaited function for the PS5, and there are also forecasts that the PS5 year of release this year. Industry experts assume that the release will be taking place in 2020. I feel like it's not next year, it's probably the year after 2021. Is when they fix all the bugs and glitches, because you know the first 5-6 months when they give out the first video game console of a game, their lifespan, there's a lot of glitches, exploits, and bugs, and a whole bunch of physical problems with those consoles. So if I were you guys, I'd probably wait the first 5 or 6 months until they start giving away their more polished and more professionally played and less issues and less buggy, glitchy PS5 consoles before they end up getting released or after they get released. That'll be a lot more of a safe side bet. If I was a betting man, I'll probably wait the first 5 or 6 months after the console's release. Then I'll end up buying a brand new one. That's a lot more fixed, a lot more polished, has no issues and problems with the console system at all whatsoever. That's my own personal opinion. So let's keep going. I think there's more, that's it. And there's another related post, PS5 leaked, dev kit release, visual perception, DualShock 5s. You guys can read that one at your own personal time, because I'm not going to do it, that's too much. So some of these people even believe that it's possible that it will be released in the end of 2019. I feel like the end of 2019 is too early for them. If they do it in the end of 2019, that's going to be a big shot in their foot, man, honestly. Alright, so let's get into the Game of Thrones, possibly doing a collaboration with DarkSouls, which, once again, I'm not a real big fan of the series. I've seen a couple Let's Plays and Twitch streamers, even people here on YouTube Gaming play it occasionally. But for me personally, I never got into it. Never have, I never will. I don't really see the enjoyment of it. I can see the enjoyment of fighting the big giant bosses. I think the bosses and the really epic music, orchestral score music that's in that game, it's real cool, I'll admit that. But aside from that, gameplay is way too fucking hard. I would rage hard as shit. Absolutely lose my fucking patience with that game if I had to play it. I'm just saying. That's why I'd rather see other people on Twitch TV or fucking YouTube Gaming play it instead, because I don't have to stress out that much about failing when it comes to that game. So I'm only going to read the first part of the article. You guys can read it your own. So it says, a new rumor claims that the creator of Game of Thrones, which is George R.R. Martin, is working from software to develop on a new game. The game studio might just have been recently released Sekiro's Shadows Die Twice to critical praise, but hasn't stopped the rumors reporting the company stating that it will be interested in tackling a new adventure with the Dark Souls twist. One brief rumor said that From Software may tackle a battle royale title. Truthfully, that general approach is rather hard hard to image, but it is not known, or excuse me, it is known that the studio has at least 2 active projects on the go. Meanwhile, as fans await the arrival for the final season of Game of Thrones, many avid readers may be wondering why they're yet to receive the next main entry into the book series. It's no secret that the franchise creator George R.R. Martin is a busy man, which seemingly delayed its eventually launch, and a new report claims that it is also spending time with the developing brand new video gaming franchise into the video game, with the studio behind the incredibly popular DarkSouls franchise from Software. And the rest you can read it on your own. I'm going to stop it there because I forgot to bring a water bottle with me. I don't know how the fuck my dumbass forgot to bring a water bottle. But as far as overall thoughts, views, and opinions go, I crossed the street real quick, hold on. As far as everything else goes, I feel like this might be a green light under the table. Who knows? I've never been a Game of Thrones fan as well. Excuse me. Here's the thing. Once again, I'll say it before, I said it a million times, never been a Game of Thrones fan, but I will admit, some of the girls on that fucking show, which I have seen a couple trailers for that series for Netflix, or not Netflix, was for HBO and HBO Go. Holy fuck, man. Those women are one of the most beautiful, sexiest ass chicks that I've ever seen on old school digital cable, which is that or it's on demand. And this is the 8th and final season they're going to do 2019, so if they're not going to keep continuing it next year in 2020, and I don't know how the fuck HBO is going to be making more money after this franchise is gone. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people that rent HBO for like pay-per-view stuff for like WWE or MMA, UFC fighting, sports or boxing competition, or basketball, football, pay-per-view shit. But what else are they going to make? Because that shit's only going to last to a certain extent. Not everyone's going to be getting their shit on pay-per-view on TV anymore. In the next 5 years, TV and cable productions, a lot of those companies are going to die off like the age of the dinosaurs. And internet will pretty much take over TV. You already see it with YouTube for the past 2 years when they've been doing YouTube TV, which absolutely makes me cringe like a motherfucker. Looks like one of the most disgusting pieces of fucking shit I've seen on this platform. But as far as HBO goes, I don't know how they're going to end up adapting to the fucking internet. They're going to have to make, well, they have their own website, obviously, but they're going to have to make as big of a fucking service franchise like what Netflix is doing, what Hulu is doing, what Vessel's doing, what fucking, hell, even what else is out there. Besides that, Amazon Prime TV, I think it's Amazon Fire Stick TV. They're going to have to figure out some extra way to make millions and billions of dollars like those 4 companies do. Because if not, HBO is going to be going down the shithole of the dinosaurs in another 5 years if they cancel Game of Thrones. And that's the only other franchise that they have. They're going to have to create a whole other different franchise besides Game of Thrones that's just as popular as this series is. You know, granted, I'm not one of the people that's a real big franchise in the Dungeons & Dragons. The only thing I ever got big into Dungeons & Dragons, D&D, and besides fairy tales and elves and wizards and knights and warlocks and demons and shit, that sort of middle-aged franchise, I think Lord of the Rings is like the only one I've ever really got into. I read all the fucking book novels. I read all the freaking story fan arts. I didn't read all fan arts. I fucking looked at a lot of the fan arts. My God, I even read I didn't read any of the Hobbit books, but I did watch all the movies, like constantly, like 10, 20 fucking times in like 1 month. That's how addicted as hell I was to fucking Peter Jackson's creations. It's absolutely marvelous as hell. I mean, Harry Potter's cool too. I know a lot of people will fight Harry Potter versus Lord of the Rings. To me, it's Lord of the Rings all the way. No doubt. I'm not gonna lie about that, and that's true. That's real shit there. No offense to any Harry Potter fans. You guys are cool too. And then especially with the whole the whole spin-off that J.K. Rowling tried to do. It had Johnny Depp into that movie. I forgot what it was. Oh man. Majestic Beasts or Fantastic Beasts 1 and 2, they didn't do as well as Harry Potter did because I think the main reason because they kind of screwed up the franchise because Johnny Depp, I don't know, maybe he had a bad reputation to do something bad like outside of his real life with Amber Heard because she was like abusing the crap out of him. I mean, I'm not going to get into Hollywood rumors and speculations or any of that because that's not what my channel's about, but that sucks ass if he ended up getting abused by Amber Heard. That chick in the Aquaman movie last year, whew, damn, she is fine as hell, man. One of the most sexiest fucking women in Hollywood, my own personal opinion. Probably top 10. Even though she's a real bad actress, she's still super cute as fuck. And that's all I gotta say. I'm done. Links to search about down below. Cartel no sign. I'm out of here. Peace out once again, ladies and gentlemen, bros, women, fanboys, and fangirls. And as always, Talking to Nikki Commodities out there. I'll see you when I see you. Guys, good day, have a good night, wherever you're at in the world out there. Stay tuned for more feature content and article session reviews, including video game industry news, anime manga news, internet news, and that wraps up the video. Take it easy, stay safe, peace out, Malay sauerkraut. Late and goodbye. We'll see all you people on the flip side. Take it easy, I'm gone. Stay tuned for more future content in this channel and this YouTube channel and more content creations to come. Peace, I'm gone. I'm gonna get a drink of water because I'm dying out here, man. Peace, and I'll talk to you soon. Later.